following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Welcome to the show. It's Monday.
Welcome.
You're looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza, where it's finally the weather is nice. We're back in full swing at the Star. It's 50 degrees outside. It feels like 45. The high is 56. The low tonight will be 34. The snow is melting. Nate is eating on the show. Jesse's sitting in the wrong seat. Angelina's in the corner taking pictures.
Jolene.
And Kurt's not here.
Happy Black History Month, young lady.
And not only I like your shirt. Cool outfit. Yeah, it's cool setup.
It says soul because I have that.
You do?
I would hope so.
Kurt didn't help us out either and didn't send us any kind of rundown, so we're just going to wing it today.
Let's get in some trouble today.
Kurt got. Oh, what is that? How's that different than any other day?
Let's just.
Rich Dalrymple, where are you? I need you.
Yeah, Rich. Let's start off with that. Rich Dalrymple been here for 30-plus years. 91, I think.
Right, yeah. He started the Super Bowl run. Him and Jim and Jerry and all the gang.
Yeah, retired just out of the blue.
Nate, why don't you just give him a call and see if he come down?
Get him on the show.
Yeah, next week. Yeah. We ain't gonna bother with him. You know, he need. I'm eating these cookies, man.
Jesus.
Rich, I'm eating some cookies, baby.
He is not watching the show. I guarantee
There's
you
no
that.
chance he's ever heard of the show.
No,
he's heard of the show.
No. You'd be surprised. I've gotten calls. I've gotten calls from Rich from things that I've said, from post-game shows, pre-game shows. Rich is dialed in. He may not listen to everything.
He knows about everything.
But he knows about everything. Like he kind of hokey pokeys. He'll put his foot into a lot of different things that are happening Cowboys centric wise. Rich is always plugged in.
Yeah. So we can't yell "fix this S Rich" anymore because Rich won't be here. So
How about y'all fix this Rich?
there you go. One of the best quotes of all time.
Where does he go to retire? Does he go down there where Jimmy Johnson is at in Boca somewhere?
So he gave David Moore an exclusive with Dallas Morning News. Gave him an exclusive interview, and in the interview he said he's 62. He's got a new grandkid, and it's just time. He said he talked to Jerry during the season about it, and it just, the timing seemed right. And then he let his staff know the same day that basically everybody else found out, which is crazy.
But he did it okay, so those who don't know, you have the Friday media dump, right? So if you're trying to get some stuff off, you dump it on Friday after work hours, so it kind of just fades into the weekend, because most people during the weekend...
News cycle is 24 hours usually.
It is.
So if you drop it on Friday, it gets lost in the shuffle.
It gets lost in the
Especially
shuffle.
with Pro Bowl coming in. And
that was like playoff time. We were still talking about playoffs a week ago.
Yeah.
So, and he dumped it. He probably told David Moore, hey, listen, you can't put this out until about 8 o'clock Friday night. And so he just kind of slid that thing in there. But I look at this situation.
He slid it in there, Jess. Wow.
Come on. We got lit.
Wow, really?
Oh, my God. I said let's get in some trouble. Let's get in some trouble, baby.
You started it.
PR isn't going to be coming
Yeah,
down.
the PR director's gone.
Not here. Rich won't fix this shit.
Be coming down.
So we got Scotty left, and we got the other gentleman,
Joe Trahan. And then we
White
got
Joe Trahan.
Yep.
No, you got it. You got it. There's two.
I know. That's why I be laughing.
Don't do what Bill Belichick did and confuse your Bryans, right? You got white Brian, you got black Brian.
Yeah.
We got white Joe Trahan, we got black Joe Trahan.
And then we got Dave Abruzzi, and then we have intern Bront. So,
but think about this.
And then we got all the community relations and alumni player Emily and Whitney
having
and all
the job. There's two people who can make it'll never happen. It'll never happen. But there's two people that could make millions if they wrote a book.
Oh my God!
Rich Dalrymple
and Rosie.
Period. But the thing is now is who wants
Will
to
you move
follow,
your microphone out of the way while you're smacking
who
on a
wants
cookie?
to follow Rich
Jesus.
Dalrymple as the PR for the Dallas Cowboys?
No one.
Like that is literally you don't want to be the man after the man, because through time, Rich has brought some equity where he can call and tell Jerry or Steven or whoever, we're not doing that.
Right.
But imagine if you're the new
guy. Yeah.
Like, you got to be almost crapping your pants if you have to go in here and tell Mr. Jones that I don't think that's a good idea that we release that right now. And you have no relationship with him, like where you guys have been through some things where he can say, you know what? Rich understands. He knows we've been around each other. He knows my temperament. He knows when it's a good time to say something to me, when it's not a good time to say something to me, when to call me, when not to call me. Oh, I wouldn't love that job. I would love that job after the
next guy.
Yeah.
It's like following Belichick or Sean Payton.
Right.
Like, you don't want to be that guy. You give me one term.
Yeah.
And the story is, so when Jerry bought the team, Greg Aiello, which is now head of PR for the NFL, was here, and he left.
He's a good guy. Greg was a good guy.
And then, so you were there during the transition, right? And then Jerry said, I need a PR guy. Jimmy, do you know anybody? And Jimmy said, I got my guy in Miami, but I'm just going to let you know he's really young. And Jerry said, hell, we're all really young. None of us know what we're doing. Wow. Bring him in. Let's talk to him. And I think he was 29 at the time. 29. So they brought him in for an interview, and he never left. And he's been here ever since.
When the split came, Jimmy said, you coming, Rich?
Rich,
staying with this man.
I'm staying with the billions.
You stay with the billions. You go with the millions or the billions? I'm going with the billions.
You several thousand,
right?
Several hundred thousand.
Yeah. So he's been here ever since. And you're right. I mean, Rich is probably one of the few people on the planet that can tell Jerry no, and Jerry actually listen to him and say, you know, I'm not sure how often he listens, but I'm sure he's one of the few people that, you know, he can say, hey, this isn't a good idea, and this is why. You know?
Let me tell you why a lot of people can't do Rich's job. And people say they can, but they can't, because you have to either go 0 to 60 in 2 seconds with a crazy look on your face and ready to brawl 300-pound lineman, and in the next second be able to say, hey, everything's going to be okay. People can't do that, bro.
Not only
people
that,
cannot do that.
Like, just think about over the years, and we're going to make this a Rich Dalrymple segment, whatever. But just think about over the years, the phone calls that Rich had. Like, think about your days.
Yeah, Rich was, think about 29 years old walking into that.
Think about your days, and it's the Irving PD. It's the Las Colinas PD.
I just wrecked my car.
Dallas PD.
I just totaled my car. I just hit a lady, knocked her into a wall. I'm on my way to the police, to the police station. I'm locked up. I need some help.
Is this a real call?
That was me.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That was me. Rich, I need some help.
Did you get help?
2 minutes later, you know, Axe calling me, coaches calling me, you know, Rich them getting me out of jail. Everything.
But like, think about all of those.
And that's just one guy.
That's 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's just Nate.
You got 55, 60 of those dudes.
And then over time, see, back then, you can kind of control the message a little bit because there was no internet.
Right.
So, you know, Rich can make a phone call to the newspaper, a phone call to the PD, and say, hey, listen, we're going to handle this, but this doesn't get out the PD. Now, they have people that work for all of these internet company newspapers who their job, when they're interns or low-level people, is they go to the police station every Monday
and get the report.
The public reports every single week to see if there is.
You're wrong. The police department got people that's going to call them and say, look at here, I got this.
You're right.
Where's my money?
Yeah.
Where's my 500?
So the thing that's so amazing is, I'm telling you, what always amazed me is Rich could look at you and some words can come out of his mouth as soon as your head drop, but it's going to be all right. I'm telling you, I mean, the level of anger that be on this man to all of a sudden just within seconds, it's going to be all right. This is how we're going to work this. Listen to me. He'll say, listen to me. Look into my eyes. This is how we're going to handle this.
You got to work the plan out exactly.
Don't screw this up. I'd be like, all right, what you want me to do?
And then Nate proceeds to screw it up.
Always. I'm so glad phones were back then, man. Wow.
I first met Rich doing 4th and Long. Rich was one of the integral pieces of getting everything kind of from the Cowboy side set up. So we had an episode where we, of course, he helped set up us getting to the Cotton Bowl and being in the Cotton Bowl. And then we had another episode where we came into the facility at Valley Ranch. And at the time, there was this big replica, this rendering of AT&T.
Right.
And so that was like the first time we got a chance. I was one of the first players to ever see. I saw AT&T before the actual team saw AT&T. And I walked it with Jerry and all that kind of good stuff. But I remember Rich coming in and taking us to the locker room and all that kind of stuff. And then when I made the team, he came back and in Rich fashion, he just was saying, it's kind of smart aleck a little bit, walk by you and just say something smart. And he was like, I got paid more than you on that show, right? I was like, really? He was like, it's criminal what they gave me for that show. I was like, and Nate probably the same way because he probably.
No, Mike just knew I wanted to get on there and talk, so it was okay. He probably robbed me. He probably gave Rich my third. Anyway.
So that then led me down the lane of once Terrence Newman was on that show, Woody was on that show. So I kind of asked those guys later on, like,
how much you get paid?
They give you out for an episode. T-New was like, oh, man, they gave me like 10 stacks. I was like, 10,000? And you were there for like 3 hours. I was like, we got robbed. But that's when I first met Rich, and he's been kind to me and has helped me in many, many ways.
He's a good dude.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
I never had to call him at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I called him several times. I've been called to the office several times. I mean, and to this day, man, if I have hey, man, I ain't heard from such and such. Rich, I need this number. 10 seconds. Boom. Here's the number. Call him. Hey, do what you got to do. And I still got to call him just to tell him, hey, man, I'm sorry you're gone, but I'm still need to talk to Miss Madden down the road. So he going to keep all his contacts. People love Rich.
And think about that. Not only is he dealing with the stuff during the season, like what's going on in real time, he's got people like Nate, guys that have played here for the last 50 years that are constantly texting him and emailing him like, hey, I need this number. Hey, can you hook me up with this person? Can you do this? Like,
count me in that number too because I did this.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey,
think about that.
Can you write me a reference letter? I'm trying to get on.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like all the stuff.
Shout out to you.
And he going to always have something smart to say. Like,
always.
Always. Something.
Always. But he'll do it. Like you said.
Yeah.
He's going to say.
He's going to let you know he did it.
100%.
He's going to let you know he did you a favor.
He'll tell you in a heartbeat, why should I do for you? Where you needed that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna give you a little hell about it, but
he's
it's
gonna give you a
always
little Madden.
Yeah.
And he's gonna then he'll cash those favors in every once in a while. He'll let you know.
Every once in a while.
I remember when I did this for you, I need one from you.
Yeah.
No, he don't do it like he said, what we need for you to do. Like he coming from God, Jerry. What we need for you to do. I'm like, hey, you the Holy Spirit, what's up?
You know what? That's a great card to pull, like in this organization.
Right.
You can always throw, well, this is what so and so wants. And you ain't gonna go ask so and so if that's what they want. When they beat you to it with that, it's like, all right, well, I guess I gotta go do it.
Nate, this is what we need you to do. I'm like, okay.
We.
You know what that we stands for.
Yeah.
That we had a little bit more than the French term. It ain't we.
Wow.
All right, let's take our first break. When we come back, there's a football game again Sunday. And there was one this past Sunday, yesterday.
That wasn't a football game. That was Powder Puff.
Exhibition. There were some things that happened that we should probably talk about over the weekend, though. Micah beat everyone.
Was that for real?
No.
There's no way.
That's what I try to tell.
There's no way.
But this
he
weekend,
beat Chubb. That's who he beat.
Yeah. This weekend made me love Micah Parsons even more. We'll talk about that.
Let's do that when we come back. That's a tease. That's what you call a tease, right there.
That's what I do.
We'll come right back.
Yeah, you had a lot of that in your life.
Hanging with the boys. Be right back. Trailer Park.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
At AT&T, everyone, new and existing customers, get our best deals on every smartphone. Why? Because you deserve it. We're turning your living room into your office and your gym. We're teaching Grandma how to video call and teaching her again.
It's the button on your left, Nana. Okay, your other left.
It's not complicated. Everyone deserves something new. So AT&T is giving everyone, new and existing customers, our best deals with every unlimited plan on every smartphone, even the latest ones.
AT&T may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Restrictions and exceptions may apply.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back, Hanging with the Boys, sponsored by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. And Wrestlemania, your favorite WWE superstars return to AT&T Stadium for Wrestlemania on Saturday, April 2nd, Sunday, April 3rd. Get your tickets to the most stupendous two-night WrestleMania in history. Visit SeatGeek.com, the official ticketing provider of AT&T Stadium. Yeah, they had SummerSlam last week and determined what a lot of the matches are going to be for WrestleMania. So, two-day event this year, fellas. Get your tickets. I went to Sesame Street Live yesterday.
Oh, where was that at?
It was here at over at the Ford Center. And
So did I.
I said, where are you? I went at the 3 o'clock one. What time did you go?
11 o'clock. Yeah.
Oh, I set the over-under at 18 minutes, and we made it 28 minutes. So we did good.
That's good.
I bought a $25 tambourine that lights up, and my kid played with it for 10 seconds and threw it on the ground. That was it.
I got the same tambourine.
Did you? Hey,
and I got my son wanted a necklace that lit up, which he continued to this morning brought to me, and it's like, Dad, I need to fix this, and he ripped the thing right off.
Oh, yeah.
There goes
that tamborine's kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's got a lot of different patterns.
Yep,
not worth $25, but
no sir.
Anyway, we didn't even get to see Cookie Monster. We saw Oscar, Elmo, Grover, and Big Bird. I think we didn't make it to the other ones. So, oh well. So Micah, you like Micah even more now, huh?
And here's what you watch Micah.
How were the cookies, Nate?
Oh, they were great.
Good. I'm so glad you finished them.
Speaking of Cookie Monster.
Yeah. we were all kind of shocked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this year of just the level of productivity that Micah had. When you get picked that high in the draft, you expect something, but we didn't expect that. That was a huge leap.
Anybody that says they knew that was coming is a liar.
Right.
No one, I don't even think, there's no way the scouting department even knew he was going to be that
He hadn't played in a year.
Right.
Remember that.
Yeah.
The thing that I found out about Micah, which is really rare in a new age athlete, is Micah loves to compete at everything. Anything. And you saw that on display. Like I was like, they did the little Madden thing. Micah wants to win. You see him during chess. He wants to win.
And he'll let you know too.
He wants. I love that. I love that about Micah. Micah was dead serious when they got a chance to race. Now we all know that might be a little bit of youthful kind of enthusiasm. Once guys get into that kind of fifth year, they're like, dude,
fifth year, about second year.
Maybe. I hope not. I hope not. But you see a lot of people like, I used to compete during everything. Now I'm not doing it.
He did that 7-Eleven series for us. I don't know if you saw him and Trayvon.
Him and Trayvon. He wanted to win.
And he was legit, like, we did the shoot. He wanted to win everything. And he was going to let you know if he won, too. And he, was pissed if, he was wanting to check the rules and call this person, and that's not the way you do it. And, not just, I lost, whatever. Mad.
And that's super exciting to me. The only problem is do we have enough people on this roster who are willing and want to compete like Micah?
No.
And that's the sad part. That is the sad part.
But you could say that throughout the league, though, right?
We don't cover the league.
No.
We cover the Cowboys.
No. You can't say that throughout the league because one team almost made it to the Super Bowl because they had a bunch of guys that wanted to compete, not a bunch of guys that were great athletes like Michael. The 49ers wanted to compete. And now they have their great players, but you saw just through just being physical, mean, and not giving up and playing hard. They almost made it, man. Mm-hmm. They almost made it. And we don't have enough guys. We got athletes. We got guys that can, do the 40 in this time, or they can run the shuttle in this time. But do you have enough guys that want to compete, mainly in football, and be physical enough to get yourself in position to win a big game? No, you don't.
And I think overall, right, to get to this level, there has to be a level of it's a mixture. It's talent. You have to have the talent. Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of luck involved in there, if you want to use that word, but there's a whole lot of competing that comes along with that. And those who are willing to constantly compete and challenge themselves and challenge those around them, those become the elite people. Those become the all-time greats. People, players, and then if you get enough of them, teams. If you get enough of them. And when I look at Micah and I see the way he was this weekend, which is a throwaway thing, right? And they get paid to be there. They get paid to do these challenges. But Micah was like, I want to win in Madden. I want to win this race. I want to win in dodgeball. I want to he wants to win at every single thing that he does. And that made me love him even more because I'm not comparing myself to Micah in any way, shape, or form. But I love to compete. I don't want you to be – if you're in the car, I don't care what car it is. If you zoom past me on the highway, I want in. Sorry. If I'm on the treadmill and you get on the treadmill and I feel like you're challenging me, damn it, we're in a race. You may be a marathon runner and I'm going to catch a cramp and die on this treadmill, but you and I have just become we just became opponents. And there's things like that I have to be careful. Even with I'm an athletic director. Even with the kids at my high school, they'll be in the gym like, "Oh, Coach Holly, you came to the." And I'm like, "Boy, I'm gonna tear you up. Like I'm gonna tear you up, something serious." So I have to even be careful with that because I love to compete at everything that I do. And I saw that in Micah, that he wants to compete at everything. And I don't know if there's enough Micah-minded people on this football team like him.
Because he's not – you go back and watch some of the things I saw him do as a rookie, the way he used his hands on big guards and inside linemen, man, where he rushed the passer, man. Just getting better and better, man. I just think if he like D-Ware or DeMarcus Lawrence told him, just study the film.
DeMarcus Ware
and D-Law, both of them trying to school him, and so when I look at a guy like that, and you heard me say it every week, man, do not lose your hunger. Mm-hmm. Do not be one of these guys that come in here and put this star on and do a hell of a job one year to only let us down year after year. We've had so many guys come in, and I understand that you need to build on this star. And he seemed like a guy that wants to build on the star.
And I think a lot of people don't realize how smart he is. Like, he's a smart dude on the field and off the field. Like, he's always analyzing. When we did that 7-Eleven thing, we talked about he was like, one of the challenges was Connect Four, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a Connect Four genius." And I was like, "Really?" And he goes, "Yeah." He's like, "I see 4 moves ahead of." Like, he's like, I don't know what it is, but it just comes to me. Like, I see 4 moves ahead of where I'm at. Like, I know what you're going to do 4 times, like 4 spots ahead of what you do. And I think he beat Trayvon like 4 games in a row.
Yeah.
And then Trayvon's sister was there, and he got her in there and beat her too. It's like, who else wants some?
and you watch him through things like that, and then you watch him on the football field. And I know for a fact, like, the knowledge part of this game, he's not even close to getting that down pack. Like, he's not even close to where he will be. And one of the guys that I've always compared was Sean Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Where Sean Lee lacked athleticism, he made up for it in
Work. Yep.
He made up. Like, he may not have been the fastest, the strongest, the biggest, the most athletic, but I'd be damned if he didn't know where that ball was going to be and he got there expeditiously. One of the guys Bruce Carter was a athletic freak. But I would tell Bruce Carter all the time. He was a second-round pick here. He was a Tar Heel, and I was like, Bruce, whatever you do, you need to follow around Sean Lee like you're his skin. Study like Sean. Because you have all this athleticism, but you were going the wrong way. Like, you got all this athleticism, the ball is going right, and you are 6'2", 240 pounds, runs a 4.4, can lift the house, and you're going the wrong way. You're going right. Ball's going left, you're going right. So all of that is for naught if you ain't going the right way. Micah has figured some things out early on, and I think that's the help of Dan Quinn and others around him. But when he puts this thing together, it's going to be crazy. Now, here is the part that we have to look at. Who will be left around him to help him compete?
Every night.
Because we missed a window. We missed a fantastic window this year that we'll never get back.
Every night.
And when you start looking at what this team will be going forward, it's going to look different. It's going to look different. And there may be some salary cap casualties. There may be some guys who get bigger deals over there. And every year poses another situation. Guys are going to get hurt. Guys are going to get traded. Guys are going to be released.
All you need, Jesse, and I know this sounds so simple, all you need for this kid and for our secondary to go to another level, all we need is to patch up the middle of our defense.
But who's to say that Trayvon Diggs gets 11 interceptions next year? Like
he don't have to.
Like, think about that.
He don't have to.
Like Cubby did that how long ago? 30 years ago? 40 years ago? Right? And I think there's only been maybe a couple 10 interceptions. I think Xavier Howard had it. Think about the time span of a person getting double digits in interceptions in the season. That's huge because that's a lot of takeaways. That's a lot of extra possession for your offense. Now, if Trayvon goes and gets 5 next year, that's still a fantastic season.
It's a hell of a year.
That's a hell of a year. That's another potential Pro Bowl year. 11 is crazy.
But Jesse, the thing that if he becomes a better player, where he may not get the 10 interceptions, but we don't want to throw. Last year they didn't fear him at all. They threw and they threw and they threw. But if he becomes a smarter and better player, now all of a sudden you get those 5 interceptions and they rally throwing at you. When you get on their top receiver, they're like, nah, we don't want to just challenge him in every situation. See, they never stopped challenging the young fella, and he took advantage of it. But what if he gets better? See, in order for our secondary to get better, in order for our kid, Michael, who everybody loves, to get better, the middle of our defense has to get better. I'm telling you, because when we get into playoffs, win we got the New York Giants, the Washington whatever they names, and the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, we're gonna get through them again. But what happens when we play this first place schedule is we're gonna be sitting here again saying, yeah, but that was a great game. Yeah, but. Yeah, that was another great game. Yeah, but. We almost close. Yeah, but. And all you got to do is fix the middle of your defense. All you got to do is fix the middle of your defense.
I think it's more than that.
I don't.
I think it's more than that.
I don't.
I think it's more than that. I do. I do. I think it's like.
Fix the middle of this defense, man. We kept Quinn.
I think that'll help.
I went in my pockets deep. I went to Wall Street.
Got Rich to fix it.
Got Rich to fix it. His last thing before he left. We have to, and it's too simple. Fix the middle of our defense. Fix the middle of our offense. Our offensive coordinator don't lose his mind. That's a lot
to ask.
No, it
That's
ain't.
a lot
That's
of
three
ask.
things.
That's
three
three
things.
huge
No,
things.
it's not. No, it's not.
Fix
If
the
you
middle
got to
of
go
your
out there
defense.
and get a D9 tractor and put it in the middle of the field,
You're
do
saying
that.
fix the middle. Like, you do know that we just ain't gonna go on Amazon and find these pieces, right? Like we just ain't. We just
I
can't.
don't know.
We just can't go on
Amazon
Amazon
Prime
and send
worth-
Amazon
worth
Prime
$30 billion.
You know what I'm saying? They going up on their fees in a couple months. You know what I'm saying?
Jess, you think that's hard?
Yes.
I don't.
Yes. Look how many teams across the league. Like, again, we have been fortunate / spoiled. We have been fortunate / spoiled for a long time. You don't go and find, and if Travis Frederick would have continued to play, you don't go and find three all-pros, potential Hall of Famers. Like, think about, like, we all saying that Tyron's probably going to go to the Hall of Fame. The Butcher is probably going to go
to the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm. And if Travis Frederick didn't have the Guillain-Barré syndrome, he probably would have been in consideration, if not going to the Hall of Fame. You know how
on the same team,
on the
same
you know how
starting
rare-
lineup.
You know how rare that is. So to say just gonna fix, like, you're talking about,
And
going
then you had what, Lyle, which is a hell of a way above average.
I will ask this question here.
Had Lyle
if you
not
think
had the situation where his girlfriend got murdered and they didn't know who was a suspect and
he'd
who
have
wasn't,
been the top 5 pick.
he'd have
top
been
10?
he'd have been a first round pick.
Mm-hmm.
If I wouldn't have saw it, I would probably slightly agree with y'all. Slightly, maybe. But I can't sit up and see a quarterback get sacked 9 times
and still win a game.
I don't want to hear it, bro. Your offensive line coach has to be better. Your offensive coordinator has to be better.
So now you add 4 things.
No. I'm not saying. I'm still with fix the middle of your offensive line, fix the middle of your defensive line. Your offensive coordinator has to be a little bit more dedicated
watch
to
that
the
finger
run.
you're about to point with.
The offensive coordinator has to be a little bit more dedicated to the run. You can't go your first 6 games. You can't go your first 6 games and rushing for 150 yards a game and then go the next 10, 12.
You also want rookie Dak back too, right?
All Dak got to do is fake the ball in there to Zeke and take off running. Come on, dog. You trying to make this difficult. No,
I'm just adding to your list. You keep saying it's a simple fix.
It's a simple fix.
I don't think it's that simple. You also asked for a blocking tight end too.
Oh, that's got to come in the draft. I don't want but 3 things in the draft. It's basically the same thing.
Wait a minute. Your list just went from three things to 8.
I say the most important things, I have 3 things. I'm not backing up. Fix the middle of your defensive line. Fix the middle of your offensive line. Your coordinator has to be more dedicated to the run. Now,
and a blocking tight end.
No. If y'all want to go to the draft, then I have 3 things again. I have 3 things again. I want to fix the middle of the defensive line, fix the middle of the offensive line, and find a blocking tight end. So our offensive coordinator look out there and say, "Oh, I do got a blocking tight end. We may try to get outside for Tony Pollard." So we can bam Zeke inside. It's too simple. Next year, if we all sitting here, and Kurt, you're back on your side, Kurt over there, and I'm gonna be like, fellas, this thing is gonna be won or lost with these things I talked about at the beginning of the year. Every year, but I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Some great skill position player gonna pop up, and we're gonna all be sitting here, boy, but if he fall, boy. But
and that's the difficulty of picking at number 24 now. 20, what we at, 24, 27?
Man, get you some offensive linemen. Now, you don't have to get offensive linemen in the first round. I'm talking about this can happen in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and 5th rounds. I don't want a 6th, a 7th. Y'all keep them folks in your complimentary picks or whatever they call them. I want a 2nd, 3rd, 4th. I'm telling you, I got Kyle Yeomans on it. I got Broadus on it. I got folks on this.
But then again, you go back and let's look at the history of what this team has been able to do in the last 25 years. Most of their 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th round guys don't hit.
They're going to hit this year. They're going to hit.
All of a sudden now.
I'm telling you, man. I got to talk to Will.
I'm not being Debbie Downer. What I'm saying is that
no, you're being Jesse, normal Jesse.
Voice of reason.
I'm being the voice of reason because you're making it sound
he's
like
being the
this
voice of Cowboys past.
You're saying this is the easy fix.
Is Dan Quinn not back with us?
Yeah, he was with us this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
it still didn't work.
It worked better.
We got bullied by San Fran.
I know, but it worked better than it worked before. So now he sees. I think Coach Quinn is type of, okay, wow, this is what happened to us. So I'm not going to let this happen. I got to give him that. Now, the other folks, I don't know if they see. You can pull up our games. Up until about the 8th game, we were running the rock. What happened? The players didn't change that drastically.
The player did change. He went from being a healthy player to a player who's dealing with the PCO tear. No? Did the player not change?
The players didn't change on the offensive line.
You're making Nate cry. We got to take a break.
No, I'm the cookie coming back up on
When we come back.
Cookie coming back up.
Oh, breaking news, by the way. Rich Bisaccia.
Special teams coach.
Yeah, going to Green Bay.
Yeah.
Coach special teams. Yeah. Breaking news there, according to multiple sources. So
Rich Bisaccia.
I like old Rich.
Yes, man. I'm telling you something, man. I'm telling you, fans out there, listen to Big News. He gonna take you to the promised land. Me and him and Coach Quinn, Will McClay, we taking you to the promised land.
Y'all can listen to Nate if you want to. He ain't been to the promised land since the last time he been to the promised land.
I'm telling you, we going, bro.
It's different from Nate telling y'all about the promised land and Nate actually being a part of something that took it to the promised land.
What kept you on 4th and long? Your grit and your determination.
Correct.
That's what kept you on 4th and long. That's what kept you going every week. That never say die. That is what we got to get in the middle of our offensive and defensive lines. Never say die.
The last time someone said they wanted 53 of me, they cut me. So shout out to JG.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back. We ain't dying. We just going on break, but we'll be right back.
Kurt, where are you?
Last segment of Hangin'. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about where Kurt is when we come back and the Super Bowl.
He retired with Rich.
On Hangin' with the Boys.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
How great would it be to travel to watch the Cowboys win on another team's turf? Pretty great. But honestly, just watching the game from anywhere but your house would be fun. Even a hotel bar with some guy named Phil from St. Louis who thinks Oakland still has a team. So whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
At AT&T, everyone, new and existing customers, get our best deals on every smartphone. Why? Because you deserve it. For turning your living room into your office and your gym. For teaching grandma how to video call and teaching her again.
It's the button on your left, Nana. Okay, your other left.
It's not complicated. Everyone deserves something new. So AT&T is giving everyone, new and existing customers, our best deals with every unlimited plan on every smartphone, even the latest ones.
AT&T may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Restrictions and exceptions may apply.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
We are back here live in the studio, and Kurt is not here. Kurt got the rare opportunity. He shipped his kid off to some little podunk college in Kansas or upstate New York or something. So he never gets to see him. He's playing baseball. I guess the gene pool, he couldn't quite get to
I ain't good, Jordan.
2 or 3-8.
You on your own on that.
Couldn't quite get
Mississippi
to
State.
2 or 3-8. Couldn't even get to AA.
Wow. Kurt,
College.
this is not me.
He
ain't got nothing to do with this one, Kurt.
So anyway, he's playing a doubleheader today in Dallas. So Kurt took off to go see his kid play baseball. So good for Kurt.
Good
man.
for him.
Getting to see his kid play. Your kid starts college next week, doesn't he, Chris?
Stop. We start playing soccer next week. Actually.
Oh boy.
Hey, we got to get Chris, son. Call Chris for at this number that they use because his kid got anger management problems. He ripped off a necklace. Or was it he was watching wrestling?
It was an accident, Daddy. It's an accident, Daddy. It broke on accident.
He got grown man strength
He
already.
walked up to his dad and said, "Dad, fix my necklace." It just ripped it off.
Accident. It didn't accidentally.
He wanted to rip it off. He knew what he was going to do before he got to you.
I have a stock in the Super Glue Company.
Chris is looking for a cornhole partner, Nate.
We're going to whoop everybody because we're going to have this springtime thing. It's coming up, the event we talked about, the racing and all of that.
I believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
We trying to put it together. Everybody running from it because me and Chris going to crush everybody.
They better give me a heads up because I need to go stretch or something. I'm so out of shape.
Hey, watching that dodgeball thing, maybe we should just play dodgeball.
I'll play some dodgeball.
That'd be fun, right?
That would be a lot of fun.
Don't let Isaiah trick you out into playing anything like softball. Like don't let him trick you out into playing softball.
Why?
He's good. Yeah,
Is he really?
Yeah. Don't let him trick you out. Don't let him trick you out into that. If he challenges you to like a softball game or anything like that,
don't do it.
Don't do it.
I mean, the man owns his own gym. I mean, he's probably pretty good still at a lot of things.
Nah, but he's really good at like that softball. Like softball and bowling, like he's the kind of had like the rolling bag and all that, the glove.
Oh yeah,
like those with the hook.
Yeah.
Got the flower in the ball.
Well, because Parsons says he was looking for a bowling league this off season, and Isaiah was like, hey, you want to play, you want to bowl? Let me know.
Yeah, don't let him hustle you.
I want any part of that.
Don't let him hit you for that. $100 a game type deal. I watched him and Tio go at it one night.
I'm gonna tell you, man, Parsons can go to another level.
You can't.
If we fix the middle of the defense.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. I'm tired of your list of 3 that
Joe Cool, baby.
Expanded to 6
Joe
real
Cool.
quick.
That's who you're going with, huh? The Bengals.
I'm rolling with Joe Cool. Joe Cool, the only man I know can get sacked 9 times and win a game.
Well, you're about to see him get sacked 13 times and lose a game.
And win the game.
No,
you think the Rams are going to win?
Hell yeah. It's not even going to be close.
Really? You think it's going to be a blowout? What's the line? I haven't even looked. Has anybody looked at the line?
Call your mom.
Call your mom. We should have called her mom. You call her?
She's not feeling good today.
Okay.
She's laying on the heat.
Dealing with you and got to keep your son. That got to be a
double
job.
whammy.
Yeah.
Super Bowl. Here we go. The Bengals. Over under is 48.5, and the Rams are minus 4.5.
Now, what does that mean when y'all be saying minus?
So the Rams are favored by 4.5.
Okay.
So a little bit over a field goal. But
it'll jump as we get closer to game time. It'll jump to 6.
Yeah. It might get close to 7 at game time. Do you think it's going to be a blowout?
I do.
Why?
I think Aaron Donald and Von Miller and those guys are going to
take over.
So Aaron Donald plays in the middle of the Rams defense?
He does. Actually, he plays all across.
But he favors those 2 guards.
Yeah.
When he want to make plays, he go up in there with the fat boys and dance.
Yeah. No, I think this is one of those deals where the Rams defense just
takes over.
Wow.
Up front. I think up front. And even now the Bengals have an offensive lineman who's been out a little bit. I just when I saw Aaron Donald rally his troops late in that game.
He called them up, didn't he?
And they went to another level to finish out that game. I said,
that was sweet.
This is a man on a mission. This is a man who's saying the last thing that I need to complete this whole GOAT conversation from the defensive side of the ball, defensive line, is the ring. He's been 3-time defensive player of the year. He's been an all-pro. I think every year he's been in the league.
Yeah.
First team Pro Bowler. He'll end his career with over 100 and something sacks from the D tackle position.
That's been crazy.
That's stupid. And then all he needs now is a ring.
Do you think, speaking of rings, do you think Stafford gets in the Hall of Fame if he doesn't win the Super Bowl?
No.
Just getting there is not enough?
No.
What do you think, Nate?
No.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Because he's got all the stats.
The kid
right?
has played his heart out, man. But boy, he'll be known as perennial loser,
Mm-hmm.
and that hurts. That hurts sometimes for a quarterback, especially a quarterback. That hurts.
Yeah.
I just can't call it on him. Eli, I can call it. He in. Him, I can't.
No, I think if he doesn't get a ring, it's gonna be, and he still has think about he just turned 34 today, so his 34th birthday is today. And when you think about now where the NFL is going, he can play another 6 years, at least 5, till he gets about 38, 39.
As long as his numbers don't fall off.
They won't. If he stays in, I don't know how long he'll be able to stay in. I mean, he had great numbers, even though that didn't result to victories. He threw the ball all across the park.
Oh yeah,
in Detroit.
But I'm just saying, when you get in your 30s, you don't know when you're gonna wake up.
He's gonna have one of those
lack of skill.
I don't think he's gonna have one of those 400 3-touchdown games in the Super Bowl. I think he'll have 240, 240 yards. He'll throw an interception. He's definitely gonna throw an interception. That's just what he does. Maybe a touchdown or two, but this game will be won on the shoulders of that defense.
Mom said you're wrong. Joe Burrow's winning.
She's an LSU person.
Huge.
That doesn't count.
You notice she rode the Chiefs all year, like the year before, 2 years before, because she got stuck on Patrick Mahomes. Now she hates Mahomes because of his brother and his fiance.
Yeah, that's bad.
They're
bad.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
And now
she liked the Chiefs because of the running back, right?
Clyde
no,
was
no,
LSU guy.
She doesn't like the Chiefs anymore because of Jackson Mahomes and.
Well, we know 2 years ago.
No, she liked him because of Patrick Mahomes. She just liked the way he played.
Okay.
And now she likes Joe Burrow because of LSU. So she said she bets with her heart a lot. But you know what? Works out for her. Good for her.
I'll take that. I'll take that bet, Mama Gross.
I tell you, that's right, man.
There you go, Mom. She's listening, by the way.
I just wish the middle of their offense was a little bit better.
Stop.
I'm talking about Joe Cool's team. I'm not going to mention
who you think's going to win the game.
Joe Cool's team. I'm not mentioning the name of the team. The team is garbage, but Joe Cool is cool.
Chris, who you got?
I think the Rams are going to win.
What's your score? I'll tell you what. Let's do this. What's your
They're
score?
the home team.
What's your score?
I think it's going to be like.
They are not the home team in that stadium. They will be for this game, but did you?
They got to stay in a hotel one night. The other team has to stay.
Okay, I thought you meant the crowd. I was like,
no, it's never
the Chargers or the Rams. Neither one have home team advantage in that stadium.
The NFL owns all the tickets and they sell those. They they give like 20,000 each fan base, and then the rest is sponsors, right?
Yeah,
right.
I would say I want to go 36-28.
36-28. What do you think, Jess?
I'm going 24-7.
Ooh.
24-10.
Wow. Shut them down, huh?
So you say the line is favorite to them by 4.
Rams are giving up 4.5.
So the Rams, the score would be 24-20.
24. He actually gave a score. That's the first time ever on this show he's given a score for a game.
The Cowboys.
24-20.
I'm going with Joe Cool, baby.
I'm going to go 31.
Joe Cool.
27 Rams.
Joe Cool.
Way too close.
31-27.
I'm taking Jalen Ramsey and I'm putting him on Jamar Chase all game. And I'm saying you're going to have to beat me with Boyd and Higgins.
Mm.
I doubt that. And then I'm going to put that one-on-one coverage, and then I am going to unleash Von Miller and Aaron Donald.
The original Kraken.
And what's the other one? The Brockers?
Yeah, Michael Brockers.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something, man.
Up front.
I know the Rams are the better team. Joe Cool.
Yeah, no. Listen, he has done 31 years since the Bengals have had 31 years. Are we going to hit that point to win?
God, I hope not.
31 years
since they won a game.
Since they won a game.
Yeah.
And they go from not winning a playoff game in 31 years to now being in the Super Bowl. I think that is a great, great feat. And praise.
As soon as this draft over with, I'll tell you whether we go into the Super Bowl or not.
God.
I'm just saying.
I think tell you this is just one of those moments where you say, okay, Joe Cool, you made it. Now, he may not make it to a Super Bowl for the next couple years. Because
like Joe Montana, Dan Marino.
You still gotta deal with, like, I don't care what you say.
Mahomes, Josh Allen.
And
Herbert.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they got
he coming.
Yeah, they got him.
And if you mess around and
Aaron Rodgers
Go to Denver.
or the Texan guy show
up in Denver.
The AFC got the studs, boy.
You got to deal with some folks
Aren't
in
you
that.
glad
And then the dude in Seattle trying to bolt too.
Aren't you glad we aren't in the AFC? Because at least
we had a hard enough time winning in the NFC.
I know.
We wouldn't have a chance.
But if we fix the middle of our offense
in this show, Shannon,
and fix the middle of our defense, I'm gonna say this every chance I get, fellas.
If my aunt had chestnuts, she'd be my uncle.
She is. Or they are Jesse.
Auntie J, you hear that? You hear what Nate just said about you?
But isn't it your core that you work on that keeps y'all going? When you get up in the morning, you get up from your core, right? The middle of everything.
How do you get up in the morning?
I roll over.
And that's what we're going to do.
Mama Gross said 24, Bengals 24, Rams 17. So
there it is, Joe Cool.
All right, we out of here. Jesse, good seeing you.
If the Rams
Hopefully we'll have Kurt back next week.
Don't humiliate
Good
this
seeing you,
kid.
Nate.
I'm out next week, just letting you know.
Chris is out next. Who's running this
y'all
next
all
week?
taking chances, man. I mean, moving out on us, man.
Jazz is here.
Jazzy Jazz is going to have us next week. All right, we will see y'all next
don't let
Monday.
That bro will have us off air. Don't let him in.
With our Super Bowl hangover. Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. William, thanks for keeping the live streams up. We will be back next Monday. Were they just going to make that a holiday, a national holiday?
They need to.
They need to.
Valentine's Day.
Is it on Monday?
Yeah.
All right, well, your Valentine's Day show will be back next Monday. Hanging with the boys. See ya.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!